The Earth is completely lifeless. People, animals, plants, it's all gone. Erosion is claiming all the cool stuff that we humans ever built, and there's nobody around to mourn it. Looks like we finally found a way to destroy ourselves. Took us long enough. We're going to learn that this is Earth's far distant future.
What happened to this planet?
It looks like some sort of natural catastrophe.
I'm afraid not. This was done by man. Come, perhaps we can find out what caused it.
I wonder how he knows that. They head for the ruins of the Hall of Justice and the computer archives.
This primitive computer may have some data in its memory banks.
This is Superman. I've got little strength left. Perhaps some future race can benefit from this final message. I am the last survivor of the incredible disaster unleashed by the Legion of Doom. I did my best to stop it, but I failed.
Failed to stop what?
Little time left for Earth.
They don't know what a Legion of Doom is, but the computer has lots more memory tapes.
Justice League memory tape number 1. Origin of Lex Luthor.
That curly-haired kid down there's a newcomer to my hometown of Smallville. Guess I'll pay him a little welcome visit.
But as young Superboy flies down to greet Lex Luthor, a deadly kryptonite meteor speeds toward the Earth.
Kryptonite! Meteor! Overcoming me!
Hang on, Superboy. I'll get rid of the meteor.
His name, of course, is Lex Luthor, and he's a budding scientist. He saved Superboy's life, and Superboy is grateful.
And creates a modern experimental laboratory for young Luthor.
It's incredible, Superboy. There's everything I'll need to become the world's greatest boy scientist.
I hope you enjoy it, Lex, and thanks again for saving my life.
He'll get to work on his first real science project.
This chunk of kryptonite I removed from the gully, I'll be able to repay Superboy for this wonderful lab. There, I've done it. I've created a kryptonite antidote.
Kryptonite was created because he was too powerful and needed a weakness. You'll cause an imbalance in the comic universe.
Soon Superboy will be totally indestructible. Deadly fumes. Breathe.
Oh no! There's smoke coming from Lex Luthor's lab. My super breath will extinguish it. Lex, are you all right?
You rat! Your super breath destroyed my lab and blew the gas fumes at me, causing my hair to fall out.
He can rebuild the lab in seconds the way he did the first time. Too bad about your hair, but there are worse things.
But it was an accident.
Don't lie. You were jealous of my genius. Now you'll never have this kryptonite antidote I invented for you. And I will use all of my scientific genius to one day destroy you.
I can agree that he should have gone in and brought Lex out before trying to deal with the gas, but can you say overreact? They move on to Giganta.
Tell me, Apache Chief, what is the animal that leaves this track?
That is easy. It's a grizzly bear.
You are learning quickly, young one. With your sense of judgment and honesty, you will grow to be a great brave.
Oh no! Look! It's the grizzly!
Yeah, if there's a grizzly in the area, you shouldn't be. They're just plain mean and will attack for the heck of it.
One sprinkle of this ancient Indian powder, and you will be able to handle the grizzly without weapons.
But, I'm frightened.
Whatever your thoughts when I sprinkle you with this magic powder, they will become 100 times greater. If you are frightened, you will become more frightened. If you are brave, you will become braver.
My fear is gone.
That was easy.
Good. You have only to cry out the word, Enekchok, and you will be the most powerful brave of all.
Enekchok!
Way back when he was first introduced, they told us he said a word that means big. Now about that grizzly. His house is over there. Since he was so big, he decided to keep the bear as a pet. He named it Winnie the Pooh, whereupon Disney sued.
If I can get that magic powder away from that Indian, I'll be able to make myself famous.
Apache Chief, the mountain.
Now to lasso that pouch.
Did she borrow that lasso from Wonder Woman? It seems awfully talented.
Young girl, beware. Do not use the magic powder. Your thoughts are evil, and they will become more evil.
Quiet, old fool. I know what I'm doing. The medicine man was right, Apache Chief. Your 50 feet of good are now matched by my 50 feet of evil.
We won't learn why she doesn't have to shout the word to grow. Maybe it's a guy thing. They watched the formation of the Legion of Doom and their headquarters in the swamp. What did they do with all that?
Justice League memory tape 128S7. Legion of Doom captures Hall of Justice.
They've turned themselves into giants. It's going to take all of our power to stop them.
Stopping Superman now easy as swatting fly.
How did he know there was a camera there?
You can't break my magic lasso no matter how big you are.
That's right, Wonder Woman! But it makes a great super yo-yo!
He did get upset when she puked all over his shoes. Captain Cold freezes the whole bunch of them.
I'm going to airmail you to a place where you'll defrost for a few million years!
Helplessly suspended within their frozen tomb, the Super Friends speed toward the distant planet Saturn.
If they landed on Saturn, they're nothing but mush. The atmospheric pressure crushed them to goo before they ever got close to anything solid. We don't want to depict that in a kid's show. The next tape records the Legion attacking and taking over Gorilla City. When they're done, Grodd has mental control of all the gorillas in the city. The tape ends there, so the explorers have to go find the Hall of Doom and look for more records.
Once we send this ion-powered rocket to the sun, it will produce an incredible solar flare aimed directly at the Hall of Justice. The Super Friends are about to have their final day in the sun.
For the world's greatest scientist, he doesn't know much about solar flares. An average one is several times the size of Earth. They are not something to mess with. He thinks he's going to create a pinpoint one that can target a single building. The laws of physics say no, he isn't.
Legion of Doom has created a giant solar flare.
And according to the computer scanner, it's headed right for the Hall of Justice.
We'd better evacuate immediately.
Don't bother, Green Lantern. With my super speed, I can stop it before it reaches the Earth.
Superman's in for quite a surprise. Now to activate the second part of my plan and change the color of the sun.
Don't bother, it'll change color by itself in a few billion years. Oh, he wants it now.
Something's changing the sun to red. The yellow rays are what give me my super strength. I've got to get back to the Hall of Justice before I lose all of my energy.
He'll get back, but just barely. He's out of this fight.
Our only chance is to activate the global force field.
But as the tremendous solar flare heads toward Earth, it causes an unexpected chain reaction with the Super Friends global force field.
Great galaxies, the flare is reacting with the force field.
Yeah, the narrator just said that.
It's covering the Earth in a radioactive energy belt. There is no way to stop it.
The Legion of Doom just realized the same thing.
A brilliant idea. Ha! It was a brilliant blunder, Luthor. The Earth is breaking up. You've sealed our fate. for good.
I told him not to mess with solar flares. We could see that even without the force field, it was way bigger than the Hall of Justice, and since a solar flare can last for hours and the Earth rotates, we're looking at a swath of destruction like nobody's ever seen. The Legion would have to steal an entire small country to pay for the damage. We watch human civilization disintegrate until nothing and nobody is left. And now let's get to the stupid part.
The beings of this universe never seem to learn that using force to solve problems always brings chaos.
But what of the planet Earth?
Do not worry, Super. We can undo the damage that has been done.
But they may destroy one another again. Do they really deserve another chance, Manitou?
Everyone deserves another chance.
Some people aren't so sure about that, and I'm not about to get into it.
By the agreement of all in the universe, the Earth shall return as it was.
That means everything we just watched never happened.
The Legion of Doom has created a giant solar flare.
And according to the computer scanner, it's headed right for the Hall of Justice.
Manitou, the solar flare is headed toward Earth again. It looks like they're just going to relive that same fate as before.
You're right, Suba. So we will have to give them a last bit of help.
The moon absorbs the flare and Earth is safe. I would have gone back to before Lex fired the missile and stopped it from creating the flare, but that's just me.
It looks like the Legion of Doom blew it this time. They forgot to check their almanac.
You're wrong, Superman. I did check the lunar tables. There was no eclipse scheduled for today. Should have all been destroyed. I can't understand what could have happened.
Don't bother trying to figure it out, Luthor. Sometimes when you're on the side of justice, things just seem to go your way.
Sometimes the moon even has a mind of its own and decides to alter its orbit. See, that solar flare looked like a tanning bed to the moon and it wanted to get ready for summer. We end the season on stuff that in the end didn't happen. We didn't find out who those people were or why they were looking over the decimated Earth. I think we know why they were so willing to restore us. There's another season coming in the fall, and not only do they need super friends to populate it, they need a viable planet to put them on. Because superhero or not, everybody's got to be somewhere. Thanks for following this season with me. I hope you had fun. I definitely did. I'll be taking a break and then it'll be on to next season and the world's greatest super friends. I suppose if they wanted to be different, the season after that they could show us the world's worst super friends. But I'm not sure how that would go over. So willing to restore us, there's another season coming in the fall.